INOD stock is in a strong bullish trend. It's 200-day moving average. This one is sloping bullishly upwards. We saw that it has printed a double bottom not very long ago. The first one was as of the 4th of April. Second one was of late, as of last week Monday. I think it has behaved a bit more like Nvidia, unlike other stocks. We saw that it equally rallied with the broader market but it was already rallying. With that day, we had the that aggressive short covering rally on the 9th of April, and just like Nvidia, it corrected. So this double bottom may portend some things. But before we talk about this double bottom, let's try and see what the company does. This is one of its. It has three units. One of them is Agility PR. It has three segments. One of them is Agility PR. So Innodata Inc. operates as a data engineering company in the US, UK, Netherlands, Canada, and internationally. The company operates through three segments: digital data solutions, Synodex, and Agility. So the DDS segment, digital data segment, engages in the provision of AI data preparation services, collecting or creating training data, annotating training data, and training AI algorithms for customers, as well as AI model deployment and integration services. This segment also provides a range of data engineering support services, including data transformation, data curation, data hygiene, data consolidation, data extraction, data compliance, and master data management. The Synodex segment offers an industry platform that transforms medical records into usable digital data with its proprietary data models for client data models. The Agility segment, the one I just showed you, provides an industry platform that offers marketing, communications, and public relations professionals to target and distribute content to journalists and social media influencers, and to monitor and analyze global news channels such as print, web, radio, and TV, as well as social media channels. It serves banking, insurance, and indeed more. Incorporated in 1988. Yeah, so um, let's see now. Before we go into all of those, let's have a look at its peer analysis. Here we can see we have some popular stocks, relatively popular stocks. BBAI, one of its peer, I think FSLY as well, Fastly or something like that. That's one of them. But this is 1 year return. I think it's of all its peers, it's the best. You probably don't know about it. You can see 1 year return of 569%. I think 569%. That could be why it's still sloping bullishly upwards, given the fact that the broader market corrected or began to give up their gains as of the 27th of February. The market peaked, and yeah, anyway, it hasn't been long that that peak happened. So the 200-day moving average may still be strongly bearish, strongly bullish. Yeah, it's this is the analysis of all of its peers based on the data from London Stock Exchange Group, or indeed Verus Analytics. Yeah, it is the best performer over the last 1 year. Over the last 3 months, it's still the best. Yeah, I think still the best. All of them have lost. All of them are negative. All of them are negative. It's only the one that is -5 over the last 1 month. But unfortunately, it's not the best. The best is NTCT. NTCT. Yeah, NTCT is the best. Yeah, it's not the best over the yeah. Okay, but so far it has held up. Of late, it hasn't really done well. It has taken more hit over the last 1 month. Yeah, and then going down, what do we have? Yeah, Fastly is one of those companies that it's performing has performed better than Fastly. I think being a PR company as well, that will help it somewhat. You know, BBAI, I don't think it doesn't do PR. So PR surely would definitely would have been a factor in what has helped it. Let's see now. Risk score. Risk score is 3. Let's see, what does it say? Um, let's see, it's three. Let's see, better than its peers as well. Okay, currently has a risk rating of 3, which is significantly below the S&P 500 index average of 8.5. On days when the market is up, INOD shares tend to outperform S&P 500 index. However, on days when the market is down, the shares generally decrease by more than the index. This is why sometimes buying ETFs. I mean, if you, it's advisable to buy the components of the ETF than investing in the ETF itself. Of course, on the days when the markets are down, you might lose a lot, but generally, if the broad market is trending, you make by far more money. In both short term and long term periods, INOD has shown high correlation with the S&P 500 index. Thus, this stock would provide only low levels of diversification to a portfolio similar to the broader market. Over the last 90 days, INOD shares have been more volatile than the overall market, and the stock's daily price fluctuations have exceeded that of 99% of the S&P 500 index firms. Yeah. So this is underlying trend still bullish. Printed a double bottom. This retracement may be an indication that it has printed a bottom in the medium term, in the very short term. That is probably why we have an extrapolation to the upside. We have an extrapolation to the upside towards 51.32. This peak is expected to print by the 23rd of May. There's no guarantee that this will be the case. All of these are extrapolations. Interestingly enough, we have a continued. This is a projection of 50.93 that has just been reiterated. It was reiterated yesterday, first printed on the printed of late on the 25th, Friday the 25th. But before then, it was printed initially all the way back in late January of this year. So everything's to the upside, and it's expected that the 10-day moving average will serve as a primary demand line up till when things begin to break down. But all of this, remember again, extrapolations, no guarantee that they will pan out. I think the reason behind this extrapolation to the upside is because maybe traction is building up. The probability that the trend that is building up in the stock will hold is there. The probability of it, that is probably why we have these extrapolations to the upside. The probability that the trend that is currently building up will hold is quite high, quite a decent one. That is why we'll probably have these extrapolations. So, and if you also have a look here, we have upper projections. Some projections, some are down, some are up. Okay, we have downward projections 6.24, 11.14. Upper project no down projections still 19.04. Then upper projections we have 42.6, 47.75, 50.92. I think it's fair, and it's fair to have a diverse range of projections, downward projections and upper projections. Just it paints a picture of a realistic stock. Yeah. Okay. Amongst other things, that's what we have here. We have this projection, with this projection of 53.49 proved to be a resistance. Usually, that is what happens when you see it like this. There's a good chance it might prove a resistance, and this as well. Yeah. So even in the future, it's also projected that it might be a support. 47.61. You know. Yeah. Okay. Probably in terms of probability, for instance, let's see now 53.61. What are the odds? Okay, look over here with reference. This is where the moving average is. The first moving average is the 10-day moving average. So with reference to the 10-day moving average, the probability that it will retest this high is more than 50%. It's more than 50%. Yeah. So just have a look, and we'll see what you might make of ION, INOD. I will continue to update you. Thank you very much for watching this video.